Well, now further examination allows us to reanalyze this cultural flashpoint. And a very brave man when it comes to this particular topic, and a great man, Ben Shapiro, is willing to speak out and not just ask the question, but advocate for a pardon for Derek Chauvin. Joining us now is Ben Shapiro, host of The Ben Shapiro Show, and also the website is pardonderek.com, co-founder of The Daily Wire. Ben, welcome to the program.
Hey, Charlie. Thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
So, Ben, I'm going to just say the floor is yours. For some people that have not been following this with great detail, this might make them kind of take a second, like a little pause and a second beat. Why are you advocating for Derek Chauvin's pardon? And what have you learned through the course of your research and your rigorous pursuit of the truth that has led you to this advocacy?
Well, I think the reason that I'm advocating for the pardon is because Derek Chauvin is not guilty. And
every day since last Thursday, every time I scroll this app, I get some right-wing freak who is cosplaying as an actual person with some empathy, explaining how virtuous and saintly Charlie Kirk was. I've been deleting them for the most part. Occasionally, I'll go into the comments and make a comment. And last night, there was a volleyball coach who was saying that one of his volleyball players just needed to take the things Charlie Kirk said in context in order to fully understand what a true saint he was. When have you ever had to have a quote from a decent person put into context in order for them to not sound like an animal? Not answered. I got a few likes on it. I'm not even going to go back to check it because I don't really care what this person, who again is merely cosplaying as a human with empathy, has to say about it. At the end of the day, it was a rhetorical question. No answer required. So that clip there at the beginning was just a brief portion of a conversation between Charlie Kirk and his dear friend Ben Shapiro. And they were discussing pardoning Derek Chauvin for the murder of George Floyd. You know, George Floyd had a family, right? You know that? And I know you might be saying, well, he just had a disgusting hate merchant on his show who was advocating for that. But here's a little clip of Charlie Kirk advocating for it too. Why don't you go ahead and put this into context for us all, Coach? Explain it in such a way that even one of the children who you are actively grooming to be a right-wing freak like you could understand it.
I saw a clip somewhere that you were trying to get the officer who murdered George Floyd pardoned, and I just want to know what your reasoning was about that.
Well, George Floyd didn't die because of the police officer. He died largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee on his neck, and we all saw the video.
But the knee on the neck is actually an approved police technique that police departments taught Derek Chauvin to use. Do you know that George Floyd was saying, I couldn't breathe, well before that restraining technique? And
so why'd they use the technique if he already couldn't breathe?
Well, because he was actually resisting arrest, and they had to restrain him. And they restrained him in a way that they were taught to do, which is the knee on the neck technique.
Okay, so when does the technique end? Like when they die?